Hey everybody, it's Pac-Man from Drunk Monkey Garage. We're finally getting back to painting. We're going to try out the new booth today. Stick around, find out if it's a wonderful success or a total disaster. Hey everybody, it's good to be back to painting. Took some time off. We built a new booth and we're ready to try it out today. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing some metal flake on a tumbler for Clyde so he can see what the different hydro dips are going to look like over that. I also got a new Lil Beast X from American Dream Custom Paints. We're going to unbox that today and give that a try. We're going to spray the clear after we get the metal flake down with this. It's a 0.8 tip minigun. It's the new version of the Lil Beast that he had before, and I'm excited to try that out. What we're going to be spraying is a little bit of Limeline Silver Flake. It's the 0.004. And we're also going to add in a little bit of the Silver Rainbow Iridescent Metal Flake, just to give it some flair. So, with that, let's get to it. So we're going to start this project off by prepping the tumbler. First thing I want to do is get some gloves. Now that we got our gloves, we're going to hit it with some degreaser. Scrub that pretty good. Get that all cleaned off. Now what we're going to do is hit it with a little bit of glass cleaner just to finish that off. Now that we're sure there's no oily residues or anything on it, we're going to hit it with a 600 sanding sponge from Limeline. This will give it a good scuff and give the paint a good texture to adhere to. We're just going to lightly scuff this up. Don't have to go crazy with it. We're not trying to smooth anything out. It's already a good finish on here. We just want to rough it up so the paint will stick to it. You want to pay attention if there's any raised embossed logos or stuff like that. You want to pay attention to get down in there real good. Otherwise you'll have your paint peeling up in between the raised parts. What you're looking for is a consistent dull finish. This is where the sanding sponge comes in really handy, because it gets down in those little crevices pretty good without having to do too much pressure on it. All right. That'll do it for the scuffing. Now we're going to clean it again. This time we're just going to use a little bit of prep cleaner. All we're trying to do is get the sanding dust off of it. And what we should be left with is a consistently dull finish on this tumbler. Now I am noticing still some little shiny spots in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a red Scotch-Brite pad and try to get down in there a little better. Okay, I've got my Scotch-Brite. We're going to get down in those little cracks. We don't want any paint peeling up around this logo. So there you go. As you can see, it's all scuffed up. Did scrape off a little bit of the original paint, but that's not going to matter. So now I'm just going to go over the whole thing with the Scotch-Brite just to even out the texture. Looks like we have a little dent in the bottom here. And make sure that's scuffed up good. Now, we're going to clean it again. Not a lot of taping on this one. We're just going to tape around the metal, the lip, because this thing is going to be completely metal flaked. We're not doing any patterns or anything because we're going to give this to Clyde and let him hydro dip it. See how that metal flake looks underneath the hydro dip film. What we're going to do now is tape off the silver edge and mask off the inside, the stainless steel on the inside. So to begin with, I'm going to use some vinyl tape from Limeline, and we're just going to go right to this painted edge with the vinyl tape. We're just going to work that all the way around. I'm just going to lay my blade on there and pull the tape up to it. So there we have our edge taped off. Now we're going to use some paper masking that's already pre-taped. We'll go around the top and then we'll fold the paper down into the tumbler. So we'll just go right along our vinyl tape, follow that. Where that vinyl tape comes in handy, it gives you a nice buffer. And then what we're going to do is fold this up. And just crumble that back down into it. So to paint this, I'll be putting a paint cup over it, so that'll seal everything up, and we'll have a nice seal so that no paint or metal flake gets into the inside of the tumbler. Let's get to mixing some metal flake. So what we're going to use today is a base coat binder from Limeline. This is basically a clear base coat, and this will suspend the metal flake and allow us to spray it out onto our tumbler. So we're going to get some of that mixed up. This has been sitting a little bit, so I'm going to stir it up first. This mix is 1-to-1 with a whatever reducer you want to use. I'm using the Limeline medium reducer. I've got the booth up to about 65 degrees today, so medium reducer should be fine. Going to use our disposable cup system. I am going to use a filter on this because in the disposable cups, I will be taking the filter out of the cap. So what we do here is just cut this filter liner and then go around the edge. And cut that out. So if you get these strings and stuff, what you can do is just take a lighter and melt those back. That way you don't have any problems with the strings getting in your paint or whatever. Okay, so we're going to a 1-to-1 ratio, which is not shown on this. So we'll just go by weight as far as ounces. I think we're going to mix up about 4 ounces, so we'll go 2 ounces of clear. There we go. 2 ounces of clear, and then 2 ounces of medium reducer. That gives us a total 4 ounces. So now what we'll do is add our metal flake. I'm going to start off with the silver. That's going to be our primary color. So I'm just going to kind of do it by eye. So I like that. And I think what I'm going to do is add about half of that amount of the iridescent. So I just want that to give it a little extra pop. I don't want it to be overwhelming. So the iridescent, I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, shines all kinds of different colors. So we're going to grab about half of what I did on the other, put that in, give that a good stir. So here's what we're looking like. I think that's going to be a good looking tumbler. Like I said before, we took the filter out of the cap. Get that all put up. So I'm going to get masked up and suited up, and we'll get into the new booth and try that out. All right, first time trying out the new booth. Let's see how it goes. Well, so far the booth is working wonderfully. It's pulling all the fumes out really quickly. The airflow's really good in there. I'm not getting a bunch of fog and haze in there, so I'm really pleased so far. After we finish our coats of metal flake, we'll let that flash off and we'll do an unboxing of the Lil Beast X from American Dream Custom Paints. And then once we get that set up, we'll use that to spray the final clear on the tumbler. Well, looks like we got our coverage in 2 coats. So we're gonna let that flash off and we'll get to reviewing this Lil Beast X from American Dream Custom Paints. So I got this new gun from American Dream Custom Paints. It's the Lil Beast X. It's a second iteration of the Lil Beast, which I absolutely love. The Lil Beast comes with a 0.8 tip. I did order the 1.0 tip, I believe it is. So I've really enjoyed using this, and I was excited when they came out with the new one, and I ordered this back before Christmas. So I'm just now getting around to being able to unbox it and use it. So let's get to it. So in the box we have a metal cup. This appears to be a toolkit. Yep. So we have a cleaning brush, a couple of wrenches, the adapter for the airline, inline filter for the metal cup, and another little brush. Nice instruction booklet. Shows you all the breakdown of the gun. Very nice. And now for the gun. Comes packaged in a nice little pouch, nice soft cloth pouch. And here it is. This is a nice little gun. It is a little bit, it's about the same size, maybe a little smaller, but it does have a different ergonomic to it. It's got a nice trigger feel to it. The fan button is, the fan is up on top instead of in the back now. Very nice, very nice. So we'll get this cleaned up. We'll get the air filter and regulator on it, and we'll get some clear mixed up, and we'll try it out, clear coating the tumbler. So all we're gonna do here is put a little bit of cleaner thinner in here and run it through just to get out any of the manufacturing oils and stuff that would contaminate the paint. So we'll run that through a little bit, and then I'm gonna take it in the booth and spray it through a little bit and dial in my settings. So now we're gonna mix up some clear and get back in the booth and try out this Lil Beast X, see how it works. Let's go get masked up and give this thing a try. So the booth worked great. It extracted the fumes with no problems. I had no fogginess or haziness in there. I am really happy with the way that worked out. So today was the day for a couple of new things. The booth being one. The other was the Lil Beast X by American Dream Custom Paints. This is a great little gun. This is going to be my go-to gun for spraying clear on smaller projects like the tumbler we did today. It atomized great. It cleaned up easy. The one thing you want to remember when you order this from American Dream Custom Paints is to order the regulator and the water separator with it, because they do not come with it. The other thing is it comes with a metal cup, but it does not come with the PPS adapter if you use that system. So you'll have to order one of those also. So what we did today was we metal flaked a tumbler for Clyde so that he can hydro dip over it. What we used was a 2-to-1 ratio of 2 parts silver metal flake, which is a 0.004 from Limeline, and 1 part silver rainbow iridescent metal flake, which is also a 0.004. I think it gave it a really nice look. It gave us full coverage with the silver metal flake, and then the iridescent just makes it pop that much more. If you're liking our content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe buttons and hit that bell icon for notifications of future videos. We're going to be doing a lot of painting in this paint booth, I think. So stay tuned, and until then, cheers.